Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to some Opolis Inc. Taking a small break from the Greg text today to go over the new update. So B8.1 has just dropped now. There was a little bug in 8.0, so this is actually a re-recording of the first one because I had to, I found the mistake, and had to report it before it could get fixed. So let's just take a look at what has been done. So they added a new chapter here, trading across worlds. So let's jump in here and have a quick look. So the first quest just asks us to get ultimate trading bucks, which we have gotten in the past. They're fairly simple. We just need some of the end receipts. I don't know really what to call them because they've just got a whole bunch of question marks on them. But anyways, what we do is we take any other kind of receipt and you throw it into liquid null. And this is really easy, you know, because we've got it kind of sitting in our base as a source block, so not anything too dramatic there. And just with the ultimate trading license, you throw it in there and you get your ultimate trading bucks. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, the next quest is for this transaction license, which is just bought in the catalog for 32 elite trading bucks. So the one thing with the trading bucks is they're all nested crafting requirements. So the recipe for this one is the tier 3, and you surround it with some things from the tier 3. And the tier 2 is exactly the same. So, or the tier 3 is the same, right? You take your tier 2 and you surround it with Bumble Zone stuff. The tier 1 is, or the tier 2 is the tier 1 surrounded by nether stuffs. So I only have a tier 4 kicking around now because of all of those nested things, but it's generally not a problem because where you can, you always want to be using like your ultimate bucks anyways, because it's easy to craft down your things. As long as it's not too ridiculous a requirement for the stage that you're in, it's always better to have the higher tier anyways. So would just have to normally break down the ultimate trading bucks, and then you can buy your transaction license there. And then we can just jump on over there and buy us the monodimensional transactor. So now that we've got that bad boy, we're going to sleep away this night before we get rudely interrupted. And get rid of this rain too, so that was kind of fortunate that it just started raining just as night fell. At any rate, in the quest line there, we get our monodimensional translocator, and then we need to get 4 different fragments. So we'll go over these pretty easy, or pretty simply, although this one did have me right confused yesterday when I was trying to get it, because I didn't think about the fact that because it's obtained from trading ultimate trading bucks with villagers, I couldn't use my existing villagers because they don't get new trades until you upgrade them. So if you've got a trader that's at like the tier 3 before the last tier, then you could probably do this because it is a top tier trade. But otherwise I had to get a brand new villager, upgrade him all the way. I mean, geez, that's like 5 minutes of my life I'm never gonna get back. But jokes aside, real easy once you do have that top tier one. We'll need 2 of those guys there. So the nether fragment, you have to drop in fluid. So you take your ultimate trading buck, throw it into lava, and you get the fragment of the nether. Please note, the first time I tried this when I was in the nether, because I've got the fire resistance on my things, I would just bathe myself in the nether and just threw one out like that. And it did trade properly, but the fragment burned in the lava. So don't do that. Stand on the surface. as long as you're close enough to the source, like, you know, just shift and walk over the edge, and then drop it straight down. You should be able to get those back pretty easily. The Bumble Zone, these ones aren't too hard. You just trade with the Queen Bee. So just go up to the Queen Bee, throw one of these or two of these at her, and you'll get the two Bumble Zone fragments that you need. And then the end fragments were exactly, well, not exactly, but very similar to the Nether ones, just this time with no liquid. So that's how we get, we need two of each of those to combine with our transactor to get the upgraded one. So look at the uses on this. We'll do the crafting recipe rather than try to remember how everything goes. And there we go, 5 minutes later. Well, it'll be longer than 5 minutes because you got to do the new trades with the villager, but we have our transactor, our interdimensional transactor. Now in here, it mentions something about capable of making trades across dimensional walls, and then with help made trade across time as well. So I don't really know what that means. Does this have something to do with like the trader blocks maybe? What do these cost? 12 little guys? I guess that's not too hard, right? Because I've never actually bought one of these yet, so we can take a quick look at any rate. Oh yeah, this doesn't have any UI at all, so there's nothing really to do in there. Oh yeah, and I guess as a side note, I did the Mason for these trades. The Mason trades are super simple. So if you haven't done your villager trading yet, this guy, you know, first stage takes cobblestones, second stage takes stone bricks, third stage takes some of this colored stone, fourth stage takes deep slate. All this stuff is, you know, you should have thousands of it if you've kept your miners going the whole time, right? So super easy for that. Yep, totally not sure what we're doing with this guy. But maybe that will be revealed when we get in there. So when I was recording yesterday, I came up with an idea. It might be a totally wild idea, but I think this might work somewhat along the lines of like the Botania gateway. That's what it is. So when you build the gateway in Botania, you get something like a nether portal like that, but you can't actually go into it. But if you throw items through it, then they trade you items back through it. And that's kind of the vibe I get from the description on it. But not totally sure. Totally not sure what we're supposed to do with it, because there's no uses on it. Let's see, is there anything in Opolis that this might be used in? Oh wait, maybe it's used in one of these. Obviously we can put it there, but we can't put it in over there. But how would you use across dimensions if it was used in one of these? right? That I totally don't know. Oh yes, I guess the other thing that I covered in my the first episode that I recorded, but if you are kind of limited on the number of receipts that you have and you want to make them go a little bit further, you can throw these into a crusher and you'll get these torn up receipts. And then with these torn up receipts, we put them in a combiner with some of the bucks, and we'll get back these ones. So it's 9 to get back 1. So basically, with one of the basic trading bucks, if you tear up one of the receipts, you can double it. Or if you use an advanced trading buck, you can triple it. Just note that you can't subsequently reshred these restored receipts. The only thing you can do with these is trade them. So you can't make an infinite loop to get them. You will have to have an original a source of the original receipt, whether it be the villager type or the bumble zone type or the nether type, whichever kind that you want to use. But if you want to make them go a little bit further, you can use your dollary dues to do that. Just wanted to point that out, I guess, before we wrap this one up here. That's all this update had to offer us, just a small update. So, but I wanted to cover it just quickly. So if anybody ran into the same issue that I did with trying to get the villager receipt, that got sorted. Anyways, I appreciate you all for checking out the episode, and I look forward to seeing you in the future. Bye.